Hello, okay. Hello, YouTube. We are on live now. Now we are starting a new conversation in Talk Talk. Talk Talk is a platform where you can practice idioms like English, Spanish, Italian, and French. I'm not a teacher. I won't correct anyone. And here we will just have a English conversation. I will guide the conversation. So, subject today, I think is a little actually. It's about stress management, how to manage the stress. Very actually. So, what are the most common sources of stress in your life and how do you usually handle them, Gabriela?
Um, for me, I am a very calm person, but maybe it's due to some frustration, I think, from a plan that should have gone one way, but ended going to another way. So no, I'm not a stressed person. I don't allow myself to get stressed. I think I am anxious, but I think uh, nothing. How can I say nothing? Stress me too much.
But what is the sources of the stress you have, or what are the sources of your anxious? Because the anxious can also be prejudicial for us.
Hmm.
The sources,
Uh, the
work,
source,
a fonte.
really, I don't know. I think is the work is it's normal to me. I think have a lot of things to do. Sometimes have um, sometimes have a lot of things that foge do controle, and I have to complete, or I don't know, to solve. But I am. How can I say? I am prepared to this type of pressure, and no, uh, calm. I don't know.
For me, for example, the source of my stress sometimes, most of the time is my job, because I have one here, I am an entrepreneur, so it's stressful sometimes because you need to do everything, né? Sometimes with family, because maybe some you can have problems with family. Yeah, most of the things are my job. The lack of money when you don't have money to do the things you need, né? It give you the stressful. And about you, Luis Carlos?
Well, guys, my main source of stress came from 200% from my work, and I think that's because I am like Gabriel. I am very anxious, and I don't know how to handle this yet. But I'm trying because I think that anxiety drive me to stress a lot of time because in my head I start to create catastrophe scenarios. I start to think the worst scenario. I always think what could happen in the worst way. So it's eye against eye every time, And I think because more related because of the work, because I did a transition career, and I'm start again from the bottom, and every is very new for me. I need to deal with new situations and this kind of things, but in the end of the day, I try to listen music and play piano, and all and all turns in a good thing in the end of the day. Is this?
Which career? Data analyst? Or you
Yes,
change
yes,
it?
yes. I am now, right now I'm a data analyst, but I think I'm a more generalist, because sometimes I work like a data engineer, sometimes I work like a data science, but mainly in data analyst is my main skill. And is this, I've been I have I am a data analyst for 2 years. And it's
And in my situation, I try to listen to music, né? I like to listen lo-fi specific musics, né? Sometimes with sound of rain, que é calming, né? It relaxes me. Also, I try to meditate, to breathe, sometimes to go walk, né? Because I work in a co-work inside of a shopping. Sometimes I get out to walk a little to circulate the stress in my body and don't be just in my mind and leave the stress and or the anxious. So, do you think stress can ever be beneficial or it is always harmful? Gabriel. Luiz Carlos,
well,
you again.
I think sometimes stress can be beneficial because you put your your s- state of mind in a maximum alert. So sometimes I think that's good to have this kind of energy because life is not easy, this kind of things, and sometimes you need to, I think, a little situations with a little bit stress is beneficial because you learn something, you learn how to, for instance, to change a process, to deal with hard people, or you can in the future uh, anticipate a situation. And I think that has a bright side on stress, but not every time, but not leaving stress in your leisure time, for instance. I think when you have stress in your work day, in your work hour, it's okay, because you are making new things, you are not in your comfort zone, and related at this, I don't know if I was clear, but something like that.
Understood. Yeah. Uh, you in your work, sometimes you will do things you don't like. So it's common to be stressful, to don't do what you want. And about you, Gabriela, what do you think? Is the question number two.
Mm-hmm. Well, in my opinion, I don't see stress as beneficial because it only brings us problems, like misunderstanding or arguments, uh, emotional issues. Um, I believe that we can uh, um, we can manage this stress doing I don't know, things that we like. I don't know, like sport or just rest, listen music,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah, I agree with you that stress is not beneficial. Stress can help you to do some things, but thinking about the health of the body itself, stress is not beneficial for the body in in any other situation. But thinking about something contextual, for example, uh, I don't know exactly because when you become stressful, you can also have have difficult to concentrate and do with the things. I'm thinking about this now. When you are stressful, you are, like arguing with everything. Uh, it's for me, it's a little different when, for example, I don't know how to say this in English because it's very Brazilian. Fazer as coisas na força do ódio.
Yes.
Yeah, I think being stressful is one thing. Do the things with the force of the hatred, it's other. Because you stress, when I am stressful, I have difficulty to concentrate, to focus, né? But when I am doing the things with the force of the hatred, I concentrate myself with the force of the hatred.
And sometimes do don't uh, do the things right because you are very stressed.
Yeah. And you, Luis Carlos, do you think it's different, the stressful, and do the things with the force of the hatred? Are things different?
Yes, I think that's at least for me, they are very close, but sometimes the truth, the power of hate.
Yeah. Because when you have the power of hate, you can, I'm talking about myself, okay? You can concentrate and do the things because you want to finish that shit. Nah. When I'm stressed, I have difficulty to concentrate.
Yes, yes. Any stress, at least for me, is when you bring to your personal life a lot of situation that that wasn't to be in your life. When you are, for instance, you are in a theater watching a movie. You are watching a movie, but you are thinking about your work. And this kind of things. But when you are in your work and you are with the power of hate, I think that sometimes works.
Yeah. The power of hate can be really powerful.
Yes.
Okay. What techniques or activities help you relax when you are feeling stressed? Luiz Carlos, can be you.
Yeah, like that before, music. Music for me is my number one source for relax, for it's what I am. I love music so much. I love to play. I love to listen. I love to play different instruments. I like it to DJing as well. And after a hardcore day, I love to put sometimes heavy metal music, sometimes abstract music, sometimes relaxed music, but always music.
Yeah, for me, it's the lo-fi music most of the time. And some video game music that are, I like some video games music. Some soundtrack of games that are beautiful and relaxed. And about you, Gabriela?
For me, I try to go to the window and I don't know, look the sky. I have a beautiful view, and I spend some minutes to enjoy the sky, the view, the nature. I like. Um, just sometimes I close my eyes, put put a music, listen to a praise, and just this.
Yeah. Also, exercise. I swimming Monday to Friday in the morning, early morning. And for me, this moment is essential. If I don't do exercises or I don't swimming, I become more stressed during the day. It helps me to control my stress. Oh, the next question is about exercises. How does physical exercise impact stress levels, and how often do you use it as a stress relief tool? I use it every day, né? As I said, the exercise helps a lot me to with my stress. And you, Luis Carlos?
I totally agree, and I am passed through a bad situation because I hurt my leg in the end of the last year, and it was a it was a big problem in my leg, and I cannot run. I like to run every morning,
Um,
and now I can't. I just can make a jogging, walking some blocks just, and I am getting eu tô engordando, né? And I'm feeling a little bit stressful because I don't have more this impact of running every morning, and I'm missing, but I think in a few months I will be back.
yeah. Yeah, I like to ride a bike. For me, I also like to ride a bike in my neighborhood because it's possible. And about you, Gabriela?
um, I do exercise every morning too. Um, I try to work out at home, but I confess that uh, to me, it doesn't really change my mood much. Uh, I feel more energized, for example, but the daily issues always showed up. So it doesn't make a difference to me in that way, I think.
But which exercise do you do at home?
Quais exercícios?
Which exercises you do at home?
I look some videos at YouTube to exercise. I don't know the I divide the days. So some days I I do exercise a parte inferior, depois parte superior. I have some pezinhos aqui. So
Ah, you don't do cardio?
I don't like.
Yeah, I think cardio you see more the effects. The musculação, né? You are saying I did it for some time, but I saw more result in stressful, né, doing cardio. For example, swimming. I love swimming. And
Uhum,
swimming, I also meditate in swimming because you need to control the breathing, né? It helps me
uhum.
a lot. Sadly, you don't like cardio.
Yes.
É, let's see, okay. I also do Pilates 3 times per week. Pilates helps me with my pains in my back and things like that. I
So
love.
Pilates is good. I don't have how can I say a pool to do the swimming, for example. But uh, for example, I can't run because of meu joelho também. I have a problem. I can't do exercícios de impacto por causa do joelho. And but swimming it's cool and Pilates too, também.
Yeah. No, I don't think bike. Do you like to ride a bike?
Oh, bike is cool. Yes.
Then ride a bike is a good opportunity too.
Yes, yes, but in here in my neighborhood, it's a little dangerous. But
Oh,
yes, but I think if I ride in the Aterro do Flamengo, it's good. Or Copacabana.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a very good option. I use the bike to go to my office, to go to my co-working, né? I leave my home. I go to the Pilates, to the gym that has Pilates and natação, né, swimming, and I also go to the co-working, everything with bike. It's my it's my my it's the vehicle, it's the mobility vehicle that I use it most. Okay, let's go to the next question. Is it more effective to address stress immediately, or should we let it pass naturally? What do you think, Luis Carlos?
Well, I think that I need to deal with that because sometimes I observe a lot of things, and because I'm a very shy, I'm a very introvert, and sometimes I think if I could to talk more with someone, maybe this would be better. But I need to deal with that. But I think that uh, if you had the opportunity to talk with someone or address someone, it's pretty pretty cool. But I'm trying to improve this kind of situations.
Yeah, I have my techniques to address stress immediately, like listening music, like breathing, respirar fundo, né? I don't think it's really when I need to be better. I don't like to be stressful, so I try to do something to become better. It's about you, Gabriela.
Um, to me, depends. Some people can handle these things right away, but in my opinion, I believe that breathing, that you say, letting let it pass, uh, sometimes being in silence can be more effective and maybe save. I don't know.
Yeah. To yeah, but if you become silent and you wait to pass,
Not just for thinking, and then you handle with the situation or talk with the people that you can people you have a problem. I don't know.
yeah. So how can meditation or mindfulness practice help you reduce stress, in your opinion, Luis Carlos?
Well, I don't know because I'm very anxious. I try it, but never worked with me. But I think that's a good option. But for me, don't work. And but I try it. I try sometimes. No, well, not at all. But I try to meditation and make some mindfulness things. But sometimes works and sometimes doesn't works for me.
And about you, Gabriela?
Um, I think regular practice can help reduce um, heart heart rate, for example. Um, I think. Oh, sorry. I think promoting more calmness, allowing the person to focus is better. Uh, the reducing emotional reaction, and to me, my the how can I say the for me my meditation is uh, just rest and breathe in silence, or
Mhm.
uh, look the view, listen music, and just stay calm and silent and thinking about the situation.
This is meditation.
Yes,
Yeah, it was what you said is meditation. To
that kind of
focus
meditation.
to focus in your mind in that moment and observe yourself.
Yes.
Observe your thinkings. This is meditation. I try to meditate every day because it helps me a lot. Né? I do some technicals I learn from different sources, and I need to meditate. Also, I see my swimming moment when I am swimming in in like a meditation because I work a lot with breathing with my body. I start to analyze my thoughts. So, question number 7. Do you think social support, friends, family, colleagues plays a significant role in managing stress? Why so?
Well, I do believe that's the most important support, because it's very uh, comfortable to share your bad experience, and it's very good when you live with someone who understands your behavior, even you are quiet, when for instance, when my wife realized that I'm very stressful, I become more quiet, more close, and she starts to asking for if she can help in something kind of thing. So, in most of the ways, I think that's very important.
And you, Gabriela?
Um, for me, sometimes I think in some cases family can just get in the way, but the support from this group can help, of course. Um, with conversation, supported practice of supporting the practice of sport or of other activities, and understanding the problem, I think.
Yeah. I also think social support, have family, colleagues, friends. Uh, it's very important because you know you are not alone, né? And you know other people can also feel what you are feeling. Né? Because everyone becomes stressed. And when you see someone that have the same pain you are having, for example, I think you feel more empathy to be open, to receive. So, question number 8. How does sleep affect your ability to cope with stress? If I don't sleep, I become stressful. It's and you, Luis Carlos.
Yes, I totally agree. Sleep for me in nowadays is the most luxurious thing that you have in your life, because sleep well, it's a luxury. It's a luxury, and I love sleep. I spent so many years with a bad sleep that nowadays I love sleep. I love sleep, and yes, but sometimes it's a kind of difficult, but I love sleep.
And you, Gabriela.
I love sleep too, and I love it too. But I think when you're more tired, the lack of sleep, for example, many things becomes more intense. So you lose patience for things, and if someone talks to you, or if your computer won't work, um, or even if they are breathing next to you, for example, it can stress you out. So how can I say? How I say I am a very calm person, and I try to sleep on time, so I'm not tired the next day. But in my case, just having if I have a good breakfast, I think changes that situation. Just drink coffee, I desperto and I'm good.
Yeah, you can die if you don't sleep. If you become a lot of days without sleep, you can die.
My God.
Yeah, I remember some news of people that were so many days, I think it was in Korea, so many days uh playing something, didn't sleep and died. If you become a lot, I think a lot of days without sleeping, né? Don't sleep even and you force yourself to don't sleep, to force yourself, because at some moment the body will apagar, né? Will turn off. But if you force your body, you can die. So the lack of sleep can become a death. Death. Uh, Question number 9. What role do diet and nutrition play in stress management? Luis Carlos.
Oh, it's a tricky one because sometimes when you are very stressful and you wanna, for instance, eat a lot of chocolate or ice cream, so it's a trap in this situation. So be very, you need to pay a lot of attention to not fall in this trick, because sometimes stress can drive you to become unhealthy. So sometimes you need to balance the things.
Yeah. And when you have a nutrition, a healthy, a diet, né, that it's nature, né, that is good for your body, you feel more, how can I say? Você se sente mais leve, né? I think that's the diet and nutrition, what you eat, what you put inside your body, né? Because you're putting things inside your body, what you put inside your body can play can play in stress management. And about you, Gabriela?
For me, the diet and nutrition play an important role because I think healthy eating impacts our body, and also our mood, energy, concentration, and mental health too.
Yeah. totally play an important role. So, the last question. Are there any specific strategies you use to prevent stress from building up over time?
Yes, I'm trying to create a health routine, I'm not trying because when you work in home office, I think the whole of the work in your life become very, very big, So I am learning how to create a routine, I only will, for instance, I only will open my work email at 7 a.m. 7 half past 8 a.m. So before this, I will run. I will make a good health breakfast, and I will stop to make a lunch and talk with my wife. And I'm trying to put this limit to not work 24/7. So I try to creating a health routine to avoid situation with a lot of stress and pressure.
Yeah, it's very important that. I had to go to a co-working to do that better because it was important to me to leave my home to work, even it's a notebook. And I become more productive. I procrastinate less when I did that. And you, Gabriela?
Um, I don't have a strategy, but I think I have a conscience about the things, and shouldn't mix the things that, like, work is work, family is family, uh, what happened in work stay in work, and for example, so if something has bored me, I try to, how I say, to be in silence for a moment to think and organize my thoughts. And then, for example, if I have a problem with a person, I try to talk to this person and try to resolve something that might have been misunderstood. And I try to be in silence, and I like so much to stay in silence and watch my view, the nature. I talk to my view all the time because I can watch the pão de açúcar of my window. So
Wow.
it's very a good views, and it's it's silence on my in my place, and I think to organize the thoughts and these things.
Very good. So everyone, we are going to finish the, the, the immersion. How was the subject? How was the conversation? Hmm.
Was a pretty cool immersion. It's always good to talk about these subjects because it's part of personal life. Each should need to be very aware about how we are dealing with this kind of things.
And about you, Gabriela?
To me, it's the same. It was very good and important and interesting, talk about this type of subject, and I like. Thank you.
Oh, very good to hear that. So